got a showdown.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
The 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got it 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 14.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll give it here to his running back. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
2nd and 6. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis part of it. With every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws, and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed.
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Powering his way forward.
And this will be a Vikings first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Too first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Muscles him off. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Staying on his feet. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Lions add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. From this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. 2nd and 2 as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt.
Let's go. Let's do it. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the big.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He'll drop to throw. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thornton. And he's brought down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down now, it's Peterson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the hold on special teams backs them up all the way inside the 15 to start. Back to throw now on first down. Dances by at the 20. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Back to throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now back to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. The Vikings on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Lions on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Vikings send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here.
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
72 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Second and 4. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Detroit getting set to go now. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Detroit, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week.
Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.